Hi, Luke.
Hi.
It's nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you again, too.
Thanks for coming today and participating in this again. So this is our second session together. And I just want to remind you of a few things. Normally when you have a counseling session, it's confidential unless I think that somebody's hurting you or you would hurt somebody or there's certain things that I'd have to report. But in this case, since it is used for my class for National University for Counseling, and it is uploaded to YouTube, it is public. So your parents have given permission for you to be in this video. And so I just wanted to remind you of that. And are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So last time we talked about 20 minutes and I found out a lot of things about you. Play basketball, play a lot of football. You're in 8th grade. You like school, but you're saying you were having an issue. I kind of left it up to you to decide. And tell me, remind me again, what did we talk about last time?
I had trouble getting my homework done.
Okay, so you were having problems with like time management, and we set a goal for this past week. What was that goal that we set?
To get my homework completed 3 times a week.
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so 3 times a week.
Yep.
And because your schedule is pretty hectic, tell me again about your schedule. You come home from school.
I come home from school. I'll take a snack or eat. Then I'll usually relax for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll start on my homework to get as far as I can. Usually math first, because that's usually the one I struggle more with. And then I do that till I practice. Then I go to practice for a while. I come home and then I eat lunch. Not lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
And then I do the rest of my homework. Then I usually play the Xbox.
Okay, so that was our goal. That was very detailed. Great job. And so prior to that, what were you doing? Like when you got home from school?
I just eat usually, just go play Xbox, and then I go to practice. Then I just wouldn't do my homework after. I just eat. Yeah.
So you were waiting till the end of the night to do your homework, and sometimes the problem with that would be what? You would fall asleep, not get it done, find something else to do.
Get too lazy.
Okay, so tell me how we set the goal again of 3 times, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for you to come home and to do your homework almost right after you got home. So tell me how that worked, like the good, the bad. Were there pitfalls, things that didn't go well, or can you describe those days for me?
No.
Oh, I see you wrote them down.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I went, for Monday, I just basically did what I was talking about. I got home from school, I had a snack, I started math, and then I went to language arts after practice. I had basketball practice. And then I usually did that through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then for Thursday, I thought I was doing a pretty good job. So I had a friend over after school, and I played Xbox with him for a while. And then, he left about 30 minutes before I went to practice, so I tried to finish as much homework as I can. And then after practice, I had a short dinner, so I get my homework done.
Okay, so you kind of rewarded yourself on that Thursday, because you did those 3 days, what you said that you would do, and so Thursday you had a friend over. That's a great choice. So I've done what I set out to do, and so now I'm going to reward myself with this extra bonus time. So tell me how that then, by doing it that way, how did that translate to the classroom? Like, how did you feel? You said math's your hardest subject.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a solid B for a while, and I didn't think I could get it up, but now I have an A- now.
So yeah. So what are you discussing in math?
We're doing the Pythagorean theorem, and I needed trouble doing that, so I did that for homework, and it helped a lot on my test.
Okay, so by going into the classroom where you were prepared because you'd done your homework the night before, you knew the Pythagorean
theorem.
Thank you, Pythagorean theorem, and so you felt like you were more successful. So you actually moved your math grade
to a B to an A-.
From a B to an A-, just by getting your homework done and being better prepared. That's awesome. So how does that feel?
It feels pretty good to finally have an A in my class, so my parents won't be very mad at me anymore, and I can play basketball.
Okay.
Not a concern about making grades.
Okay. So if you had a B, you were safe in making grades anyway. But you were successful in that your parents were a little more off your back. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And you felt like you had success. What about actually like learning the material better? Did you feel like you were learning things a little bit more?
Yeah, I felt like I was learning more things because I come to school more prepared and ready to learn.
Okay.
Instead of thinking about yesterday, how I didn't get it.
Okay. So instead of playing catch up from the day before, you were on the right page and then you were able to work forward. Okay. So that is how goal setting works. You set a goal, and then when you achieve that goal, the idea is to have this beneficial outcome. So I'm glad that worked out for you so well on the first week and the first try. Were there other classes that you felt like it helped you into specifically?
Yeah, it helped me in language arts too. Yeah.
Okay, it helped you in language arts.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have more time. I know that you're in 8th grade. Is there something else that you want to talk about during our time together? Okay.
So I want to talk about more goal setting probably.
Okay.
And then I want to talk about high school, and then after high school, college.
Oh, so you're talking a lot of goal setting.
Yes.
Okay. So next year that you're going into high school, and then your high school years, and then your college years beyond that. So you're talking about maybe like a 1-year goal, right, to get you to high school. And then you're talking a 4-year goal where you want to be at the end of high school.
Yes.
And then you're talking about
getting a college.
Okay.
And in college.
And a college goal. So you have siblings, right?
Yes.
And where are they in college?
Yes.
Okay. What colleges do they go to?
My brother goes to Duke, and my sister goes to Cal Poly.
Okay, she goes to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo.
Yes.
Is that so? I'm sure you've been hearing college a lot around your house, and is that the thing about setting a goal? So you have to know where you are, which you know where you are. You're in 8th grade, and you live in Arbuckle, and then you have to know where you want to go or where you want to be, and sometimes the road to that can kind of have twists and turns, and to know those goals right now is great, because sometimes it's hard to know what you want to do, what college you want to go to, what you want to do after college, because you're pretty, how old are you again?
14.
You're 14. It's pretty, it's great that you're thinking about those so far ahead. So 1-year goal, so entering as a freshman, what would some of should we break it down into like academic goals and into like extracurricular goals? Okay. So what would where would you like to be in the beginning of your freshman year academically? Would you like math or those kind of things? Do you know much about that?
Yeah, I want to get really good grades, like A's and math and like almost all my classes.
Okay, and so then if you do that now, and that it sounds like you're on track for that, what math do you go into when you go into high school? Do you know?
Math 2.
Okay, you go into math 2, and that's all different than when I was in high school. We'd go into geometry. But math 2 would be the math you would go into, and then the plan would be like math 3, and then math 4, and then it would end with, do you know what it would end with?
Physics?
It would end with AP Calculus.
Oh, okay.
And then, so all these things, like your high school guidance counselor will help you to learn about A through G requirements, what you have to do to go to college. Do you want to move on to a 4-year college, do you think? You do. Okay, so those are some things that we need to look into that maybe you can do next week, and come back. Maybe you can bring them with you, and I can look at your high school too. So you want to know your A through G requirements, and that gets you prepared to go into college, not just math, but how much science you should be taking, how much language arts you should be taking, how many AP classes your high school offers, and all that. What about extracurricular goals in high school? What would you like to participate in?
almost every sport: basketball, baseball, and probably either baseball. Baseball and golf.
Basketball, baseball.
Oh, and football.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you said that football was your favorite. So that's a lot of sports. So every season you'd be doing something. What about any other extracurricular activities that you're interested in?
Probably FFA.
Okay, FFA means what?
Future Farmers of America.
Okay, why would you be interested in FFA?
Because I really like agriculture.
Okay, and have you, a lot of people for FFA I know raise animals and things like that. Have you done that in the past?
Yes, this is my fifth year of raising pigs.
For
4-H.
For 4-H. Okay, so you want to continue along that. So you're talking, you want to take the most difficult classes. You want to participate in sports every season and then do more extracurriculars. Like student government, do those kind of things interest you too?
Yeah, yes.
Wow, okay. ASB. And then I know even right now you have a part-time job, right? What, you want to continue that in high school?
Yeah, probably during summer.
Okay.
I don't know about during the year though.
Okay, tell me about what kind of jobs you do now.
I usually work around the ranch. I drive tractors. I water fields. I plant fields sometimes.
Okay, and you have another job too. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you do? What's your other job?
I usually box salmons.
Oh, I thought you told me you worked for Arbuckle Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah, yes, I do work for
Okay.
Arbuckle Parks. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you have a pretty big load. Just your 1 year goal is a pretty big load, and so that's great that you're learning how to budget your time now in the 8th grade because that will really come into play in high school because you really be on a time crunch. What's your college goal? Do you have any ideas of where you want to go to college or what you want to be in college?
I don't really know yet.
You don't really know yet?
No.
You're maybe not going to follow in the footsteps of your brother or sister or...
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. So, this is what I would like you to do. I'm going to give you an assignment for next time. Are you ready? Okay. So, I want you to go to your high school's website, and I want you to look at their A through G requirements, and I'll look too, and see how many AP classes that they have, and what their A through G requirements are, and maybe even look at any extracurriculars that they might have that we might not know about, like maybe Spanish club, or they might have like FBLA, like Future Business Leaders of America, like any of those other things that you're interested in, and we can set those goals down as time goes on. Between next time when we meet, we can put those down too. Okay, so last time we met too, I found out some stuff about you, but I didn't give you much of a chance to ask me any questions. Are there anything that you'd like to know about me?
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo.
I always forget, what does Cal Poly stand for?
California Polytechnic State University. And what the Polytechnic means is that it's supposed to be hands-on. And so their curriculum is different than a lot of curriculum at other schools. It's an upside-down curriculum, meaning that you go in with a major and you focus on that major, and you do a lot of hands-on experience, and you mix your general education in with it the whole way through. Where most people, they go to school and take a lot of general education first. So I went straight to there, and I was a language arts major.
So can you switch your major once you go there? Or
Yeah, you can switch your major. It depends, though, what you want to switch in and out of. There's some majors that are more difficult to get into, like an engineering is really hard. I switched my major. I started out as a history major, and then I ended up being a social science. I started out as a social science, ended up being a language arts major, and then I was a high school teacher for a lot of years, and then I was a gate teacher as well. And now I'm getting my credential in public personnel services credential to be a guidance counselor.
Why do you want to be a guidance counselor now?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, it's because I have 2 kids in college now, and I've helped them and a lot of their friends learn more about the college process, and I really like teenagers, and I enjoy talking to them, and I thought that I would be great at the job. So I thought, well, now that I'm down to one kid at home, I'm going to try something new. And so that's why I started it.
Mm-hmm. And did you play any sports?
Did I in high school or in college?
Yes, you played in high school.
Yes, I played high school sports. I played 4 years of basketball, and I played 4 years of volleyball, and then I played some softball, but I was not very good at it.
What position did you play in each of your sports?
That's a good question too. So in volleyball, I would have been like an outside hitter. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Or a middle hitter.
I don't know what a middle is. Can you?
Oh, what a middle hitter is?
Yeah.
Okay, so a middle hitter plays the center of the net the most, and they're used like for shorter hits, and they're used for a lot of blocking. So I would have been a middle hitter, and or an outside. And then in basketball, I was a center because I'm tall. What position did you play in basketball?
I play. We don't really have like positions yet, but usually I play like power forward or something like that.
Okay. And then you told me last week that you played defensive end in football
And tight end.
And tight end. Yep. And then what do you do? You mentioned baseball. What do you do in baseball?
I pitch. I play first base, and I used to catch, but I don't catch anymore.
Because you're left-handed. Yeah, lefties aren't catchers too much. Okay, so let's talk a little bit again. So last week we talked about goal setting. You achieved those goals, did what you set out to, and had a lot of success. So that's great.
Yes.
Great job. You should be really proud of yourself for that. And then this week we started talking about new goal setting, a 1-year goal, a 4-year goal, and then a college goal. And so can you remind me again, like, what's your job for this week before we meet again for the third and last time?
Stick to the schedule, but I think this time I want to try to do all week.
Okay, you're going to stick to the schedule all week. So does that mean Monday through Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, so Friday because you don't have school the next day.
Yeah.
So 4 days. So 4 out of 4. Okay. What about your 1-year goal? Like where you want to be when you enter high school next year?
I want to be in probably the best classes and playing sports.
So where are you going to look to find that information to talk about it next week with
The
me?
A through G requirements that are at our school website.
Okay, so you're going to look at your school website for their A through G requirements. What else are you going to look for on there? 2 other things.
What is it? I forgot.
Extracurriculum.
Extracurriculum, yeah.
Extracurricular. See
Yeah.
if there's other groups maybe you don't know about. And then how many AP classes are offered. So those 3 things. All right. So good luck next week, and I hope lots of continued success for you. And good job. I'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.